put his arm up like
I
this.
say you could do that, though.
Right? Put my arm up. Let me show you what Javon Evans did.
Okay,
Javon,
go ahead, show me.
my nigga, chill out.
You.
Fucking pop. You get the chair. End it. It's time. You getting the chair. Oh.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, or my fellow WRESTLE Maniacs? What's going on? It's episode 3 here. It's your boy, the Bibby Man. Shout out my co-host, Mr. D.R.U.
I'm on my Stone Cold shit today. No, I got the jean shorts. See the merch here. I'm on my Stone Cold shit today.
Alright, but y'all, on a serious note, before we get into anything wrestling related, shout out my New York Knicks. Oh yeah, and best believe, we appreciate you, Mr. Housen. We do not want to be cursed.
We did that in full.
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 But touching up on everything wrestling this week, in the past couple weeks, a lot of things has been trending. Some good, some bad. We see the comments. We see what the fans are saying about the current product, how it's been repetitive. But also with the repetitiveness, we still got moments to talk about that'll shine brighter than anything that's going on. For example, I'm going to just get right into it. Brock Lesnar had me fooled.
Yo.
Had me fooled. I thought he was done.
I got to give you your props.
Preach.
No.
Hire me.
I got to give him his props because
Hire me, baby.
he said at WrestleMania, he's like, yo, he coming back. He said it. I gotta give him his props. He told me, we watched WrestleMania in the crib. He like, yo, he gonna come back. I didn't believe him. I thought it was done. They sold me the kayfabe. It was everything. I thought he was lacing his shits up. You caught that, bro. That was a good call.
Man.
That was a good call.
I know business. I know money.
That was a good call.
I know money. Ooh, chavo. I know money, bro.
That was a good call.
Brock Lesnar means money. What they got right now with Oba Femi is like lightning in a bottle right now.
But what was the point of all that though? Do you think that was
I can tell you what it really is.
You think that was a real thing?
You want me to really get into it? You really want me to get into it? All right.
This is WrestleMania.
It's all about money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We touched on it in the last episodes, I think episode 102 when we was talking about TKO. You get what I'm saying? We was talking about TKO and how they moving. Right now, to them, Gunther is hot. Gunther is hot. From the dirt sheets and what I've been reading online, the current plan, I don't know if you saw, was for Rey Mysterio to fight Gunther and Gunther retire Rey Mysterio.
He wasn't going for that.
Let's stay on track. Let's stay on track.
He wasn't going for that.
Let's stay on track.
He wasn't going for
Gunther's resume as of late, retired John Cena. And you know what's so crazy about that too? It's like you retired him and did what? You ain't do nothing. Don't get me wrong. I think he's legit.
Nah, don't say he didn't do nothing.
All right, listen. It raises legitimacy on paper.
No, because I feel like the momentum of Gunther retiring John, and then Gunther
AJ
retired AJ after.
Right, so
then
now you got two people, right? One is not a part-timer. The other one, he's a part-timer.
I'm talking about Oba Femi.
I'm talking about Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, but we just talking.
No, I'm just going into the retire. You said he retired John, he retired AJ. Now back to the initial point. What?
We just talking about Oba Femi and Brock.
No, I'm getting there. there. So you say he retired John, he retired AJ, right?
Yeah.
The plan was to retire Rey. Rey not a part-timer.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the match.
Rey has the legitimacy and the longevity to say, I'm not with that. Also, he has his son in the game. I think a proper farewell should be him versus his son. You know what I'm saying? How you want to do that. All right? Now, then you go to Brock Lesnar, part-timer, but every time he shows up, it's money. He's
a draw.
So the plans was for him, allegedly, was to retire in Minneapolis against Gunther.
SummerSlam. No, okay. Minnesota.
It was supposed to be in Minneapolis. I forgot what PLE it was.
But yeah, he was supposed to retire.
He was supposed to retire him. That was the next feud after WrestleMania. All right? And Brock forced his marketability, his pressure, and say, I'm going to retire. Now that I'm going to retire and I don't want to do this, if y'all want me to come back, you got to pay me this certain amount of bread, and this is how I'm going to retire. So the ball was in his court all the time. Same thing with Rey Mysterio.
I think I agree with you to an extent.
Like, when you got power like that, you make your own moves, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Can't nobody
But
tell me nothing, bro.
I feel like Brock coming back was, I'm not going to lie, WrestleMania, like, I ain't want to see Oba wash him like that.
It's the story.
No, it's the story. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
It's novella, Drew.
I'm not disregarding none of that. But what I'm saying is,
trying to tell my people, wrestling
Brock,
is novella, man.
Brock coming, more to the point. Let's not get too caught up on that. Brock coming back was best for business at the end of the day. Shout out Triple H. Shout out to Brock Lesnar. Shout out to Paul Heyman.
Now look,
Brock
the story
coming back
behind
was
that,
best for business, regardless of nothing.
Now look, the story behind that is
business.
We seen somebody whip the beast's ass
for the first time in mad long,
like dominantly.
Like
now the
he didn't even
beast
struggle with
now
him.
the beast went out on his sword. All right, cool.
What?
Brock Lesnar retired after the match. Upon retirement, he's sitting home every week watching Oba Femi. Open challenge.
Yeah, that shit was whack.
Who gonna fight me? Because at this point,
that shit was whack,
at this point,
bro.
who gonna fight me? I just beat Brock Lesnar.
That open challenge shit.
Who gonna beat me?
You wanna know some real shit?
Who gonna beat me?
Oba, they was supposed to give Oba
Who gonna beat me?
that push. Like they were supposed to give Oba after that.
Oh, it's a slow
I
development.
know it's a slow development,
bro.
I know it's a slow development, but hear me out. This is how I think on things.
2003 and beyond wrestling
No,
fans.
this is how I think on things. Look, this is how my mindset goes on things. You just wash the beast incarnate. You just spanked him. Beat the shit out of him. The dog shit out of him. Made him retire. I feel like after Oba spanked him, I feel like Oba should have got a title shot. More to the point. But I do like Brock Lesnar coming back and getting the... I love what's about to happen right now. Like
Monday Night Raw, shout out my guy Penta.
Say this thing at Saturday Night Main Event. Yo, get the fuck on my face, bro. Don't put your hands on my face.
All right, shout out my man Penta.
Fucking
though.
put your hands in my face, bro.
Shout out,
bro. Fucking put your hands in my face, bro.
You know what that mean?
Zero. Nero.
No fear, nigga.
All right.
Yo, shout out my guy Penta, man. He's on a crazy run right now as
Yeah, he doing
Continental
his thing.
Champion.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The comparison between his run and Dom's run. Dom ain't really defend the title as much as Penta. Respectfully so, he's a heel. You know what I'm saying? But he's putting
Penta putting that belt on.
and he's putting matches on matches on matches.
Crazy.
Shout out his match against Ethan Page at Saturday night's main event. We're gonna touch up on
You see how he ended the match?
brother. How he ended the match every time is crazy. And then Monday Night Raw, he just had a match as well against Javon Evans.
Yeah. Oh,
That was wild.
I meant to say that
match
too.
was wild.
Yo, I meant to tell you that last night too. I forgot though. I forgot to tell you that. You see what Javon Evans did after the match?
No, told me.
The refs put their arms up. Right? No, he put Penta's arm up. Penta gave him respect. So let's say like he put his arm up like this, right? I like trying to be funny, like that ass. He put his arm up like this.
I say you could do that, though.
Right? Put my arm up. Let me show you what Javon Evans did.
Go ahead, show me.
My nigga, chill out.
All right.
Javon Evans like did one of these like and was salty he lost. It kind of looked like it was a heel turn a little bit, like he gonna turn heel. I'm with that. Remember, about 3 weeks ago, I
your
told
boy
y'all.
don't like Javon Evans.
I told y'all I don't really like Javon Evans.
What is he? Your boy is what?
Nah, I'm not answering that. That's crazy. I don't really like Javon Evans, but if
Hold on, wait, what
he
you
be jacking,
say?
he bouncy. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. But nah, for real though, on a serious note, how would you feel about Javon Evans being heel?
You say, now I'm being that serious now.
Yeah, he
all
after
that,
the
your
match,
boy, whatever he doing, all that. I see what he trying to do, but I feel like
I need him to be serious. Like he's not giving me like a
you can't say he's not serious because he do stunts.
He's putting on 5-star matches. I'm
but,
not saying that
as
he's
far
not
as
serious.
character
I'm saying-
development,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
he's still young. He's finding his ropes. You know what I'm
wait,
saying?
like 23?
23, bro.
He 23, 20. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, 23.
That's what's up.
But that's what I'm trying to
He
tell
doing
you
his
though.
thing.
Like, so you know what I'm saying? So back to WWE.
I don't got a thing with you personally, Javon. I'm talking about like in the WWE atmosphere. I feel like you could be pushed as a better character.
Yo, how you feel about Seth Rollins' story right now with the vision, including the Street Profits?
With like him trying to recruit and
Just that whole thing, not even just
I don't-
everything. It's just a bit like
I'm gonna tell you 3 things, right? I like it, but I don't like it. I'm gonna leave it at that. 2, I really like what I'm seeing with Austin Theory. Like I feel it's time for him to. It's time. Like I feel like slowly he's about to leave division. I don't know when, but I like it. And 3, I feel like it's time for Montez Ford to also be a singles competitor too. No disrespect to Angelo Dawkins. I like.
you really be reading my mind, bro. I ain't
I
gonna
like.
lie. Like,
Yeah, that's real though.
now, let me put you.
I
in,
like
let,
they
now,
tag
now,
team,
let me
but I
put
feel
you in
like
this tough position now. Like you
What?
pause. Nah, Ojo, stop. Pause.
I'm not.
Let me ask you a tough question. Let me fix that part of my life.
Put me in a tough position is crazy.
Part of my life.
What tough position you want to put me in?
The one that you was just saying, you was talking about something on your chest, right? That's the one you like?
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
It's a history of tag teams being broken up and one man shoot.
That's gonna hurt though.
That's what I'm saying. One man
Angelo
goes
Dawkins
and then the other one goes down.
That's
right?
a fact. That's a fact.
So like I think
Ancient times.
I think that's really like as far as Taz, I think he's personally not trying to take that push unless it's some type of way where Dawkins could.
You think it's personal because I go ahead. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want? I mean, my wife is a main event star here, right?
Excuse me.
For years.
I don't think it's personal. Not to cut you off.
Nah,
I think it's
a personal decision. I think he know that. Like,
remember, he got hurt on the verge of them. They was.
And Dawkins had his run as a singles competitor. It wasn't no limelight, but he was having mid-card matches, and he did not. I'm not gonna say he performed. I ain't gonna say he overperformed. I ain't gonna say he underperformed. I'm gonna say he performed as we would expect him to perform.
At his ability.
He did lose a lot of weight. He deep in his bag with his moves. You know what I'm saying?
He's a beast.
He is. But now it's like, as a singles competitor, what type of character you want to be like? And that's where
I could see Angelo turning on Montez before Montez turning on Angelo.
I could see that as well too, and I could see him.
And I feel like
I could see him moving like
happen.
Great comparison. Angelo Dawkins, D'Lo Brown. Not character, same character wise, but I'm talking about as far as moveset wise and in-ring capability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Angelo Dawkins is better than him.
Nah, I don't know.
But
that's gonna go into our hot topic later on today. We're gonna segue into that.
Though.
That was a great tag team match at Saturday night's main event. Shout out Logan Paul. You know, I rocks with you, bro. Speedy recovery, bro.
Speedy recovery.
Shout out like all them people that be like wrestling is fake or anything like that.
He's one of the advocates that speak up.
Perfect example of high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Towards triceps, speedy recovery, brother. The vision is up in the air. So from there, we got to see what's going on.
Yeah, that's why I said like Austin Theory, like is
even down to the match between Seth and
Montez.
Seth and Montez last night on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of wild too. I felt like it underperformed. I had big expectations of that match
while we was watching the match. We was saying that.
That was like a 15-minute match.
I was expecting
15-minute, 12-minute match.
First of all, that's a main event match.
I don't say that no more after last night's match.
No, but the expectation, like, yo, this is a main event match. Like, but again, a story built within the match. So you never know if
it wasn't a lot of high flying.
You never really know, like.
There's a lot of technician, which caught me off guard from Montez Ford.
Mm-hmm.
He could really he's a good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
Austin Theory taking out Dawkins. I think Dawkins is going to be on TV for a while, especially with that chair shot to the head.
Bullshit chair shot. That was bullshit. We got to do a better job.
But let's keep the story alive. Some kids still believe Santa Claus is real, right?
That's a fact, but not.
All right, so Dawkins is out. Dawkins is injured.
Yeah.
He's done. He's out. So now I'm interested in to see where's the direction for Montez. Montez is going to have to be forced to team up with Seth. You get what I'm saying?
The next pay-per-view is Clash in Italy. I don't think they have.
And Raw's overseas too. That's another thing. Like the next couple of weeks, Raw's going to be overseas.
Yeah, I don't think they got a match for them yet. I don't know.
I don't know neither, but
SmackDown. SmackDown. My personal favorite wrestler in the game right now is Cody Rhodes. Right? That's my personal favorite. I feel like as of late,
Cody crybaby ass.
Cody is that guy.
Yo, put a baby next to his face crying.
Cody is the truth,
Cody
bro.
crybaby.
Cody the truth. But I feel like as of late, his story's been real repetitive. Like real repetitive. And I feel like his feud with Gunther could be either special or it could be a flop. Now the same thing has been happening with Cody. You got your friends, they turn on you. They it's the same kind of story going on here. I want something a bit different for Cody. The same way I said, like, I feel like Angelo Dawkins could turn heel, and of course Angelo Dawkins is not Cody Rhodes. I want Cody to turn heel. But back to SmackDown. Why you staring at me like that, bro? You locked in right now. Back to SmackDown. He had a I don't know if he had a he had a match with Sami Zayn. Yeah, the match with Sami Zayn. I think Gunther had a DQ, yoked him up crazy, put him in one of these. This is mad disrespectful. We had him in one of these. And Sammy watched him get yoked up. He ain't help him. And I think that's big because that's leading into a story with Sammy and Cody. But the way my mind is going, and like I said, I predict things before they happen. I feel that's gonna leave room for KO to come back in the picture because KO is supposed to be returning one of these Monday Night Raws. I meant to touch on that last week. I read something like that. KO is supposed to be coming back one of these Raws. That's a fact. I see the smile on your face.
That's
Shout out to KO.
God.
Shout out to KO. He's top 5 for me. But
So, in that nutshell, going back into that, let's talk business, y'all. Y'all know what we came to talk about.
the Tribal Chief.
Your man went crazy yesterday. They had a face-off.
Yeah, that face-off was intense.
They had a face-off. And it's basically, I want you to acknowledge me.
That's not happening. I keep
want you
saying
to
that.
acknowledge me.
That's not happening. Oh, yo, speaking of the bloodline, Tamatonga, that's his name?
Oh, yeah, Solo.
Solo,
Watch your
yeah.
back, bro.
Yo.
Watch your
he
back.
Just yo, this whole bloodline shit is crazy.
Novella.
This bloodline
Solo
shit is
think
crazy.
he Roman. Solo think he Roman.
But that's because he's hurt. The story is so beautiful.
Talk to the camera. Don't talk to me.
Yo, Solo is hurt.
Talk to Solo right now.
Solo, I understand you hurt, my brother. Roman had you next up. Jacob came in, he took that. Yo, he's
So that's what forced him to go to SmackDown and start his fake bloodline.
Yeah, and it's not working
with
for you.
JC Mateo.
And Tamatonga is seeing that, yo, like, you ain't official, bro. You ain't the OTC. You not my tribal chief. Stop playing with me.
Like, what we doing here?
I feel like Tamatonga is gonna end up helping Jacob Fatu, and I feel like Solo is gonna it's gonna get crazy. We don't know what's about that. Like, I don't know because it's a bloodline rules. The reason I brought up Solo and Tamatonga because you have to pay attention to what's going on.
Bloodline rules and Clash at Italy is anything goes.
You gotta pay attention to what's going on with them over there. Although SmackDown been mediocre lately, but
they still got their hands on that bloodline.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to that. Like that makes perfect sense. Like it's a bloodline rules match. Remember, Jacob started with them, with Solo and them. You gotta tie that in, like.
But then he ended on his own accord.
Exactly.
He ended on his own accord.
What's gonna happen?
Man, we might see some special guest appearances. We might see some new signings at Clash at Italy. That's the main match that I'm really invested in right there. All right. So stay tuned for more action. We definitely gonna be tuned into Clash at Italy. Now let's switch it over to the hot take that make it body shake.
What?
I don't really like that.
You know who I'm talking to?
Ladies. Now something that's been, cooking up here.
What you got?
How you feel about the Undertaker streak? Do you feel like his streak could have kept? Shit, you walked over. That's a sensitive subject for me. Damn. That's a sensitive subject? That's a sensitive subject for me. How do you feel about... You need some tissue? Let's get the man some tissue. You need some tissue?
Nah, I'm all right.
You good?
That's something that just holds deep sentiment to my heart. You was there.
I was there when he lost the streak.
You was there.
I was right there, and
He was here. Producer was here.
I
We was there.
yeah, I felt I was Hoyt. I wasn't hurt. I was Hoyt. I was tight, but I'm saying, how did you feel? Do you feel like his streak should have went longer? And who are some people that you feel like
I think
had the opportunity to beat him and
you asked
should
me
have?
2 questions.
Yeah, this is 2 questions. There's a couple questions in one. Stay tuned. It's a lot. How did you feel about the Undertaker's streak? Do you feel like his streak should have kept going? That's the second question. Do you feel like his streak should have kept going? And who do you feel like should have beat the streak and why?
Just to answer your questions,
Talk
out
to
of
the
respect.
people.
Just to answer your questions out of respect,
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
talk to the people.
Yes, sir.
I don't think the streak should have never been broken. I think
I
that's
agree.
something that should have been wrestling law. Like that's gonna be
Nobody touches that.
nobody touches.
You don't touch that.
That's a testament of this man's work to this business.
Same way you don't touch LeBron cookies, you don't touch that.
Yeah, what he said.
The same way you don't touch LeBron James
But
cookies, you don't touch that.
but yeah, all right. So that's just me personally. I don't think the
I
streak
agree
should
with
have
you,
never been
bro.
touched. If it was on his accord and he felt anyone was deserving to beat it, or not anyone deserving, he felt like I want to give back to the business and I want somebody to beat this streak.
Yeah.
Who I felt should have been deserving of it at that time. We talking about 14 years
Give me
ago.
a couple. Give me a couple
We
names.
talking
Whoever you
14
feel
years
whoever
ago.
you feel like should have beat the streak.
I think his best matches at WrestleMania was with Shawn Michaels, but I don't think Shawn Michaels was the one to beat the streak. I think it should have been an upcomer or somebody that's in their prime.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take you back. Let's go 13 years ago, 2013, 14 years ago, 2012. We seen his match performance kind of slowly declining from the past. The last 4 WrestleManias prior to that. So WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker 1, great match. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker 2, great match. Undertaker versus Triple H. That's the second time they fought at WrestleMania, but that's a 3-year span where you putting on a banger. And your body started
that
to
is
show.
the second time they fought at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Facts.
his body started to show.
Triple H rocked him with the sledgehammer.
That's WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
But his body started to show deterioration. You know what I'm saying? So, like, as a fan standpoint, that's where I saw Undertaker start, like, I don't want to say start, like, falling as a performer, but I knew
He was old.
his days
He
was
was
limited.
getting old.
His
That's
days
all.
was limited. You know what I'm saying? And I knew in that time as a fan, it would take a certain performer he now has to work with because it's like dance. You can't just throw me in there with any partner
So
because
who
now
do
it's
you
going to
feel-
look crazy.
Who do you feel?
So now, hold on,
should've
I'm going to
beat
get
it?
there. I'm going to get there. So now, he fights Triple H, then comes back with the baldy mohawk, the skin mohawk.
That was nasty. Nah, that was nasty. He should have never did that.
All right, so he came back.
I knew
with
he
that.
was losing himself.
They fought at Hell in a Cell.
Dude had a mohawk.
That's the closest I've seen with my own eyes
to somebody beating him.
to believing
Facts.
that this might be it. The streak is over. Like if Triple
Facts.
H was to do it right there,
That's my favorite. That's my favorite WrestleMania
like
match.
I
ever.
wouldn't mind. Like I always
Ever.
give Triple H shit, but that's just a testament of who he is as a performer. He was such a good performer, especially as a heel. It made me hate the shit out of him. Like even if I see
That
him
made
in
you.
real
That's where your
life,
hatred started.
bro, I could go on
That
all
right
day,
there.
bro. I could say the specific time.
He
but that's,
really don't like Triple H.
I really
y'all.
don't like Triple H, bro.
Yeah,
So
I don't like him.
So at that time, I would have never been mad if Triple H was
So you
to
got
do it.
Triple H.
Because Triple H at that time was a legend,
Yeah.
household name, going strong. Compared to the other names at the time on the roster, everybody had their own little story going on and doing what they was doing. You had Rock versus John Cena. I think Randy
Yeah,
Orton.
that WrestleMania was stacked.
It was stacked. So you
I
had
think Randy fought CM. No, Randy.
no, that was the year
CM Punk.
before that.
Yeah, that Hell
CM
in the
Punk
Cell.
fought
That's the
Chris
Jersey. That
Jericho.
was in Jersey.
CM Punk for Chris Jericho that WrestleMania.
Facts.
Yeah, so
Randy did the.
So
yeah.
all the names at the time was really so it was like you got 2 OGs duking it out. You know what I'm saying? Giving a show to the newer generation, and then you got nostalgia from the older fans, and then they did the curtain call at the end. So I thought as a fan, I'm satisfied. Taker don't gotta come back.
thought that was his
Taker
last
don't
match.
gotta come
Yeah,
back.
I thought that was his
Taker
last
don't gotta
match.
come back unless it makes sense. So
Facts.
now I gave you Triple H. My man CM Punk should have beat it. That's another time where wrestling made sense to me. It made super sense to me, and it made sense for me.
I agree with his look so far. Yeah, I
made
agree.
sense. It made sense for him.
I feel like CM Punk. People don't talk about how
you got
crazy
me
that
rambling
story
right
was.
now. This is why, like, I got friends that play Pokemon. I got friends that do what they do. Shout out to guys. I got friends that play ball, and I got certain friends that watch wrestling, and you know I can have these conversations with, because it's like
I agree with you.
I'm going into the detail, like I'm going into the minute of the minute detail. Let's think about the time. CM Punk just got screwed over by management, pushing The Rock and John Cena.
Facts.
That was a part-time decision for The Rock, gained money once in a lifetime,
CM
superstar versus
never
superstar.
Lost the title.
But the direction WWE was going in, they was trying to create that magic with The Rock versus Hollywood. It was like a passing of the torch. This generation, John Cena versus last generation.
It was like the Hulk versus. It was like the Hulk.
Fire. It was fire.
Versus Rock.
It was fire. In retrospect, it was fire. You know what I'm saying? But
you feel like
taking the belt off of Punk at the time due to that reasoning, and everything was nasty. So now you give my man's, who's great at promo, give him an opportunity to speak.
Yeah, he was mad disrespectful.
And he's pissed off, and he's basically saying, y'all screwed me of my title. So now I'm going to show you I'm the best in the world, and I'm going to beat The Undertaker streak.
Yeah.
That went perfect, and then for that build-up, remember, if you don't remember, that was like the 1,000th episode of Raw or something like that.
Nah, that wasn't the 1,000th
But it was a tribute Raw episode, and it was a fatal four-way match between Randy Orton, because Randy Orton came out and said, I deserve to fight The Undertaker. I know how to fight him better. I fought him at WrestleMania.
No, that's not what happened.
Big Show, it was a fatal four-way between Big Show, CM Punk. We can fact check it. You want to say
fact check that? Fact check that.
We can fact check that.
I remember it going a different way.
But now CM Punk.
I remember, not to cut you, I remember Paul Bearer just passed away.
But that happened after he won the fatal four-way to secure.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I'm telling you.
You're probably right, y'all.
I'm telling you. So now I think CM Punk should have won. CM Punk should have won.
That's two. Give me one more.
Bray Wyatt, RP. That's what made sense. That's what made sense to me. And that he fought Bray Wyatt after he took the loss to Brock Lesnar. Facts.
That is definitely a fact.
So those are three people that I feel
should
have beat the streak.
I agree with you. I'm gonna add two more. I agree with your three. I'm not gonna get in depth.
Just give me two. Just
give you two people. Randy Orton. I feel like Randy Orton should have beat him. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I feel like Randy should have been too young in his career, but I feel like
Randy
should have beat him.
That's it. You said it right there.
Edge. I feel like Edge should have beat him. He offered Edge to beat him. He wanted. That's a fact. He wanted Edge to beat him, and Edge said, "I can't do that."
You respect the game. And that's why Edge will always be one of my favorites, despite you doing what you did to Matt Hardy, you scumbag.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
That's later on.
Yeah,
later on, you scumbag.
Yeah,
but it's all right though. Shout out to you, bro. Get it how you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Check
if she throwing it, catch it, I guess.
Check it. That's a fact.
Come on now.
Check it.
Not all the time though, because not every pass is a good pass.
All right.
No.
We got kids watching, bro. Kids is watching too, bro. We can't always get a little crazy. Kids is watching. Now look, do you feel like AEW pushed WWE to go crazy the way that they
I think WWE don't give a fuck about AEW, but they acknowledge AEW because WWE money is different from AEW money. The only difference between that is personnel and product. Tony Khan could be making way more money than niggas in WWE.
Do you think AEW was better than WWE at one point? And do you think AEW was better now?
I think it was hot, like around COVID. I think
No.
What?
Don't lie, because these cameras.
I ain't lying. I think it was hot.
Do you think it was
COVID.
better than WWE
at the time? I think the product was definitely different from WWE. It was more refreshing. It was more towards my liking, like with the edge that they was going with more of the performances, the crazy stunt matches.
Was definitely hot at one point.
You know what I'm saying? Over time, it got dull, in my opinion. But that's what happens when you have a new organization.
History changed. Nah, that boy got up out of there.
True.
I feel like that played the part. Cody Rhodes leaving, bro.
True, but at the same token, I'll give the benefit of the doubt because now let's talk about their performance for the last 3 or 4 months. All you've been hearing is AEW. And you can say that boy left, but you still got my guy John Moxley there. You still got my guy Will Ospreay. You got Swerve Strickland. You got Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Syndicate. You got Shelton Benjamin, who is underutilized in WWE, that's doing his thing. So it's not really more so what's better, but it's more of a comfortability for these athletes. If they still get, you saying if AEW pushed WWE to be better, I don't think WWE even gives a fuck about AEW, to be honest with you. Do they acknowledge it? Of course. That's like I'm living next to my op. I'ma see him when I go get my meal. He gonna see me when we go get the meal. But now, do I wanna start war with you and off your expense? Be a
I think it
casualty?
was war.
Hold on. Be a casualty? So now I'm looking for smoke somewhere that I know it's only gonna end up two places. Either I'm gonna be successful or they gonna come up. And
I don't know what you just said.
Go ahead.
I think it was a war, bro. That's why I brought it up. That's why I said my first initial question. Listen,
You ain't see war. War was WCW
but
versus
this is what I'm
WWE.
saying. It
This
wasn't
is
nothing. It
petty,
wasn't
like-
nothing compared to. Of course not. It wasn't nothing compared to WCW and WWE, but WWF at the time. Excuse me. It wasn't nothing compared to that. But in a sense, yeah, it was compared to that because at the time, the reason I asked that at the time, people were leaning more towards AEW. It was a time where a lot of people wasn't really tuning into WWE like that prior to COVID. Look, hear me out.
Nah, I agree.
Hear me out.
I agree.
Everybody was jumping on that AEW wave, bro. I know a lot of people that jumped on that AEW wave. For those that still with WWE, cool. It's a lot of people that love AEW though. So at the time, I feel like, yes, Triple H stepping in the business, he had to change the gear and kick it up a notch. I feel like it was some type, I'm not going to say a war, but it was definitely competition to the point where it was like,
Can't be a war when the product that they put
it
out is
wasn't a
different.
war. I'm not saying it's a war. I'm saying it was a competition.
It was acknowledgement. It was respect. It was respect. It was mutual respect between the two. They doing this.
I
we
stir
doing this.
shit up in the pot, yo. I want an invasion.
It's
I
not
want
happening.
AEW and WWE to get into it. I want it.
You want to know how that's going to
I wanted
happen?
to get
You want to know
into
how that's
it.
going to happen?
I stir shit up in the pot. Comment below if you would like to see that one day.
Joint partnership. and
AEW
that's
top
not
5
happening.
wrestlers. WWE top 5
But yo, it
wrestlers.
come down to what I was just saying though.
That's what I want to see.
That's what it come down to.
That's all I'm
it's gonna
alluding
come
to,
down,
y'all.
Yo, look, it's gonna come
That's
down.
it.
It's gonna come down to joint partnership, and that's not gonna happen because now it come down to product and individualism. Tony Khan made too much of a bag. The Khan family, they own the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was seeing money before this wrestling shit. He started this wrestling shit with play money. Yeah, I got this little amount of money. I think I want to start a wrestling promotion. So regardless of that, bro, of whatever WWE do, he in his own lane. He's not looking
They
to
can't
get.
fuck with WWE.
He probably know that, but he's still making his money. He's still making his ends, bro.
Ah, shout out to Tony Khan. Shout out to AEW.
So give me
That's what's up.
give me 5 WWE wrestlers, and I give you 5 AEW wrestlers.
That'll whip they ass.
Go toe to toe.
Toe to
So
toe.
we gonna end it on that.
I'm going to trap. Nah, I got one more hot take. I'm going to Tribal Chief.
Go one, I go one.
I'm going to Tribal Chief.
I'm going John Moxley.
I'm going Seth Rollins.
I'm going Will Ospreay.
I'm going Cody Rhodes. She get tricky after that, right? Can't say no.
Hangman Adam Page.
Going Hangman Adam Page. I got Roman Reigns. I'm going.
Yeah, get tricky after that, right?
I'm going Gunther.
I'm going Gunther.
Yeah, I'm going to Ring General.
I'm going MJF.
Gunther. That's my guy.
I'm going MJF.
MJF is my guy. You go MJF.
We gonna go 6. We gonna go honorable mention.
I'm going Randy Orton, bro.
I'm going-
Nobody's on Randy Orton's stats.
I'm going Kenny
It's
Omega.
over after that.
I'm going Kenny Omega.
All right, you go Kenny Omega.
Honorable mention.
Kevin Owens.
Claudio. You know who that is.
Yeah, I know who Claudio is.
All right. Comment below who gonna win. And I hope they
My
put the.
father's
I hope.
smoking
I hope we got the face by face for whoever you said and whoever I said, so they could put the faces to the names because a lot of these names that I said, they went under different names in WWE.
It don't matter. I know exactly who you're talking about. My father's smoking them now.
I ain't
To
gonna
end
look
us off today.
Claudio spanking.
To end us off, do you feel that the Attitude Era was overrated by matches? Like by match productivity? Or do you feel like the match productivity was good compared to now?
And what's the best era?
Not what's the best era. We
I'm
could
a-
go what's the
yeah,
best
I'ma end it
era.
off
We
that.
could go what's the best
Do I
era.
feel like the attitude was overrated? No. Do I feel like
I'm
it
not
was-
saying the Attitude Era overrated. I'm saying as far as matches. Not the
match
Attitude
type?
Era.
Match type?
Matches.
Oh,
Match
match
like,
comparison. Match
match
type.
comparisons, like as far as how they wrestle now compared to how they wrestle back then.
It's a different style. Back then, you seen more of the big bodybuilder type in wrestling. You ain't really see a bunch
Technical.
of. You ain't really see not really technical powerhouses. You think about Test. You think about Taker. You think about Kane. You think about Big Show. Think about all these dudes. Think about The Rock. The Rock 6'6", Stone Cold. all these
I'm
guys,
talking about the
Triple H.
matches they was putting on.
I'm
Was it a
trying to
foul?
say, so it was more of a different psychology with the matches back then. It was more slow paced. It was more storytelling. Now these matches is more entertaining. It's quick. The human attention span, sad to say, is shot. So I'm not about to sit here and watch a bunch of guys grappling, slow pace and all that, because the Attitude Era, the matches was good, but the entertainment was better. Now this era,
That's a fact.
the matches is good, was somewhat good. Some of them could perform, but the entertainment is repetitive. It's not classic. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's only a couple superstars I can name currently where I'm generally entertained by. So for your question, I think it balances out. Like I think it's like hand in hand. The Attitude Era lacks what we got right now in terms of match performance.
Yeah.
Not to a full extent because we got some classics from the Attitude Era, but that's based on certain performance.
Right.
We kept seeing the same performance being recycled in different feuds during the Attitude Era and making it work to the best of their ability with the entertainment that came with it. We had a bunch of entertainers during the Attitude Era. I can name like Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, entertaining, the whole DX entertaining.
So what's
Mankind.
what's the best era to you?
Ruthless Aggression.
I'll go Ruthless Aggression too.
Hands down, Ruthless Aggression. Shout out Black Latino Entertainment. Shout out our producers. This has been another episode 3 of WrestleManiacs. I'm the Bibby Man. This is DRU.
Fucking pop one. All that shit he talking. Hit him with a couple stone cold punches and get up on him. Get up.
That's
Get up
DRU.
on him.
It's all right.
Get up on him.
We gonna get the
Get up
steel
on
chair. Yo, pass me the
Yeah.
All right.
Get up.
All right.
Get up.
All right, do your outro, bro. Do your outro. Look into your camera.
Yo, it's DRU or you not tuned in. End the shit. You about to get the chair. End it. It's time. You getting the shit. Oh shit. Got